Thanks for tuning in to Down the Road Show. I'm here in the heart of country music, Nashville, Tennessee. I'm here with John Stone. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks for being on the show today. We're here for the Country Music Awards, which are tomorrow, November 1st. But last night, I was across the street at Tootsies and got to hear you perform. I had a good time. And most of you should know because you were watching my tout and we streamed it live. And I may be a little hungover today. I'm not going to lie.
You had a great time.
I had a good time. How long you been in Nashville?
I've been here since 2003, April, so I'm going on my 10th year.
Excellent. And you can find his music on iTunes?
Yep, I'm on iTunes and also at johnstonecountry.com.
And if you're in Nashville, do you play at Tootsies regularly? That's kind of like your home bar, right?
Yeah, I play there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights, and I start about 10 o'clock. I do the late shift. And
worth it.
And yeah, I'm on the road all the time on the weekends, but usually always Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights.
Where's some of your favorite places to go out and play when you're on the road?
Oh man, I just got back from Chelan, Washington. It's kind of a little wine country up in northern Washington, and it's this mountain lake, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. We're going to be in Australia in January for their country music festival,
which I hear is a good time.
CMA, it's like our CMA Fest. It's in Tamworth, Australia. This will be my third trip, and we're supposed to go to Norway in June. So, you know, we travel all over the country. We just in December we're going to New Orleans. We're going to be in South Carolina, Omaha, Nebraska. So, you know, we travel all over.
All at johnstone.com.
johnstonecountry.com.
johnstonecountry.com. So, which is right here on the little bottom ticker. So, the plights of being a country music singer and songwriter.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about that. We're in Nashville.
I want to bust up a total misconception right here.
Sweet. That's what we do on Down the Road Show anyway.
This is what scares people to death about moving here. It kept me from moving here for years. I didn't move here till I was 31 years old. And people think you got to come to Nashville and starve to death. That's bullshit. You don't have to starve to death in Nashville. We make really good money down here. And the only downside to playing on Broadway and in these touristy honky-tonks and stuff, you play a lot of covers. Nashville Music Row frowns on that. They kind of snub their nose at you because you play covers. What they don't realize, there's some talent down here. There's some great songwriters. There's great musicians. There's great musicians, songwriters, and singers, and there's some great entertainers down here. So they're missing out on a lot of good talent down here by having that uppity attitude about the fact that we play cover tunes. But hell, you know, we got families to feed and we got bills to pay, and it gets the bills paid well. And but you know, you don't have to starve when you get to Nashville. There's work for anybody down here. The only thing you got to be is good.
Talent.
Good.
Talent.
If you know you're good and you can back it up, you can make money down here and play all you want to. They'll work you to death. This city's fixing to explode. They're building a $1 billion
construction everywhere right now.
Convention center back here to accommodate groups of 20 to 40,000 at a time. You know, so the work's here, man. So a lot of people think, oh, you can't make no money in Nashville. You play for tips. That is true. You play for tips.
So tip them while you're here.
But they're good.
They're worth it. When you find a good musician here, you're going to want to tip them. I just did for lunch, and that's a great thing about being here in Nashville and down here on Broadway. Every single one of these restaurants and bars has somebody playing at all hours of the day. It's great.
7 days a week, 365 days a year, 17 and a half hours a day.
My kind of town right there. That's what I'm talking about. But
nonstop.
What you said really rings true to me because as a songwriter, I've only done 4 cover songs live, ever. Right. You know, I've always refused to do cover bands, and I've always had friends trying to get me in cover bands.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I've noticed here since I've been here in Nashville, listening to these great musicians. I've seen some great musicians in the last 24 hours. Not only are they doing cover tunes, they're playing their own originals too. And the crowds are accepting of it. I was just in the bar over here before this interview, and the guy did an original, and after that he's like, what do you want to hear? And everybody in the bar screamed, another original.
Right.
So
you know, we pepper those in. You know, we play our originals and we play the cover tunes to keep them in there drinking and keep them kicking, because as long as they can sing along, they're going to stay and they're comfortable, and then you can introduce them to your music. If you try to hit them over the head with it down here, 15 songs in a row they've never heard, well, you're going to be playing to an empty house. I don't care how great your songs are. At some point, they kind of get bored. They want to sing, they want to party.
Right.
And so we have to do it you know, we give them our songs with a mixture of cover tunes and party music. Like, I give my CDs away. I've given away 20,000 CDs. I give away at least 100 a night, sometimes up to 500 a night, depending on where I'm at and how many people I'm expecting to be there. I try to bring enough CDs for everybody there.
Right.
And which I got a company to sponsor that, American Residential Services. Did that. They're a nationwide company. I'd like to give them a little plug. And
Thank you.
They were great about that. You know, they paid for all the CDs, stuck a little advertising in it, and so that way I can go around and give my CDs away, and it helps tremendously.
Yeah,
tremendously.
That's great. And now you're going to get some downloads from iTunes.
Absolutely.
We'll wait for you. Go ahead. Get on your computer. Download it.
That's right. iTunes. Just search John Stone, Mom and Budweiser. We all feel the pain. There you go. Also, hey, I got a new video out for Mama.
And I was just about to ask you that. You got a new video out for that.
I did a new video just the other day for Mama and Budweiser. We shot half of it here at Tootsies in the back room. Then we went to North Carolina, to Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and shot the other part. It's funny, man. It's a really great video. It's way better than I expected. Weekend Warrior Productions did it for us, and it really turned out great. I think you're gonna laugh your butt off. It's really funny.
Y'all know I like to laugh. I can't help myself.
YouTube, if you just type in Mama and Budweiser, it pops right up. So.
The link will also be in here.
Yeah.
So here's what I love about country music: the tongue-in-cheek, the humor, and the just brutal honesty about just being who you are.
Yeah, and that's what people like. You know, Ice-T said it best. He said rap music and country music are the two closest genres because people just talk about where they live, who they are, you know, and how they grew up. And, you know, we just got different scenarios, but we all just we out here on the grind, as he says. You know, we're trying to make a living. We're talking about going deer hunting, driving our trucks, drinking some beer, listening to Hank Jr. and raising family, you know, and working hard. And that's what it resonates with people. They connect with it because they're on the same grind with us. They're doing the same thing. And, you know, how many people hasn't ridden down an old dirt road with their buddies listening to Hank Jr. tossing a beer can out the window? I know it ain't right, but
Not me.
I know it don't sound good to say, but it's fun as hell to do.
Yeah. Guilty as charged. Redneck.
So, you know, man, that's why people connect with country music. And I've had people that said, I hated country music until I met you and your band, and now I really listen to the lyrics, and I love it, you know. And that's what it is. People think, you know, because it's all about, I lost my dog, my wife left me, and I'm crying in my beer. It ain't like that.
That's just one or two songs on the album.
Yeah, that's just like 3 or 4 out of 6. Nah, man. But, you know, you listen to artists like Jason Aldean, Eric Church, and Montgomery Gentry, and guys like that, man, they're rock and roll.
Yeah,
They're rock and roll.
which leads to my next question, actually. The face of country music is changing so much, you know. You got Kenny Chesney singing about being a rock star.
Yeah.
You've got Jason Aldean rapping during country. My friend Jason Charles Miller, who is a heavy metal background, is doing a country album.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it about country that's going so mainstream and pop these days?
Well, I think it's just...
And is it a good or a bad thing?
Well, as long as they keep in the country, the country theme of the song, and they're keeping it country, and it's like Colt Ford, man. Radio is not real friendly to Colt Ford. Mainstream radio isn't. But if you ever listen to his lyrics, hell, their country is anything I've ever written. And he's just got a hip hop groove to it. And I think it's some of the coolest, most unique stuff that's come out of the country in a long time. And I love it. I think it's as country as anything out there. And people say, oh, well, he's rapping. Well, so what? You know, some people sing different ways, you know. Listen to Willie Nelson's timing and the way he comes in and out. That's totally different. But he's a trendsetter. Wyatt Yoakam, you know, some people are stylists. Some people just sing and play, and some people create their own brand of music. They're stylists. And I think as long as people are doing that, man, being true to themselves and singing about the country stuff, it don't matter if they put a rock and roll guitar in it or a hip hop beat. As long as it's country, man, you feel it.
That's true. And when you're here, you definitely feel the country.
You feel it.
Yeah. It's Nashville. And tomorrow is the CMAs. I'm excited. You got a pick for us?
I got a pick.
Yeah, you got a pick for a CMA winner here?
I'm thinking Eric Church is going to take quite a few. He's
Love
laying
him.
low on the fringe for a while and really hadn't got the recognition that
Paying
he
his dues.
deserved. But now people has finally realized what a great songwriter he really is. And so I think you're going to see Eric Church on stage quite a few times tomorrow night with Trophies.
Excellent. Well, there you go. John Stone just gave you his pick for Eric Church, coming home with a bunch of CMAs.
I think so.
I think he's right. I happen to love me some Eric Church as well. Thank you very much, John.
thank you, Casey.
Pleasure
My
being
pleasure.
here. And we're going to see him later on tonight at Tootsies. Make sure you tune in to our Twitter and our Twitcast feed. You can see him performing last night and probably again tonight. Peace out. Never said that in my life on this damn show. Don't know why I said it now.
Peace. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.